here I am. Shut frick. Sorry, I was watching a YouTube video on Baldur's Gate because I'm really excited for it. Can't wait. I can. It's only 2 weeks from now. It's only 2 weeks from now, and I am super excited. You might notice that this is not Infamous. I just want to check the frame rate on OBS. Hello, Biden. Let me just see how it's running. I also need to turn down my TV. I don't know where my freaking earbuds are that I used to connect to the TV, so it wouldn't do anything. Okay. So, let me save my game real fast. Okay. Now, we can go play Infamous. I'm feeling a lot better than I did yesterday when I streamed. I still haven't eaten though, so I might stop in the middle and eat. Do a little lunch break. We may be switching games as well a few times. Who knows? Maybe I might go between playing this and playing Elden Ring. I don't know. It all depends. Might just get through, so I won't talk much. It's all good. You want to know something? I've been getting caught on the freaking mic. The damn fan. Bastard. Alright. So. What the hell was that? I don't know what the hell that was. Okay. Let's do this shit. Oh, kind of weird. Okay. That's the wrong button. There we go. We're just gonna go do the mission. I'm not gonna pick up any blast shards unless they're directly in the way, because I could easily beat this game with how much lightning I already have, especially on this difficulty. But I ain't gonna. Sorry. I have to keep my chat open on my phone because I'm doing OBS right now. Alright. Trying to think what to even talk about today. My wife is gone. She went on a little trip. I was super sick last night, so I decided to stay home from the trip. Also, I didn't want to go. Yeah. I value my days off. I also value being able to stream and writing. It's just stuff that I like to do. And in my opinion, let's just go to here. Like, they're going to a place that's like 4 hours away. Okay? And they're coming back tonight, which means it's a total 8 hours of just driving. And maybe 2 hours of like being over there. I just have to remember the controls because I'm thinking of Spider-Man controls right now. No, it's ridiculous. I don't know. My family does stuff differently than my family does, you know. Like, for instance, if they're going to pick up someone from the airport, but the airport's 4 hours away, and, where are you? You little diggins. The airport's 4 hours away, right? So, total 8 hours because they're coming back here. And instead of just sending one person to go do that, and then everybody like eating dinner afterwards together or whatever, Everybody and their dog is going over there. And it doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know where that guy's freaking shooting me from, but he's dead. Dude, what the frick is going on? Where are you shooting me from? I don't freaking understand what's going on right now. There we go. Fully healed. I just, like, I don't know. Like, obviously the plan is made by people that had nothing to do today. I don't know. I don't want to talk too bad about them, but, like, I don't know. God's ass. I like getting these medic stations because if you die, these are the places you respawn, and if you don't have a nearby respawn place, it sucks ass. No, I don't know. Like, if I'm going to spend a day driving, I want to spend more than a day at my destination. You know what I mean? And I understand sometimes you just have to go, like, pick somebody up. But why does that have to be everybody? I feel like it'd be a way better time to pick him up, get all the way over here. And it's not like it's her brother or anything. It's a cousin. It's her cousin. And they're picking him up from the airport. And they're going out to dinner out there because it's a bigger city and whatnot. But I mean, I just don't understand why, like, all the extended family would go. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I totally get, like when I got picked up from the airport after I got off my mission, it was literally just my mom and my dad that went and picked me up. It was middle of COVID, so whatever.
The Reapers are grabbing people in the park. They're over there. Hurry!
Right, I should go lend a hand. And it's not because, like, I think everyone should be treated the same way I was treated or something stupid like that. Like, I didn't have any problem with just my parents showing up to pick me up because they drove all the way out there and then they were just going to drive all the way back. And that's what they were going to do. And then we did something when we got home. I'm pretty sure I think we just did it like a normal day. We ate dinner or something at home. But, I think we ate out on the way back, for sure. Like in an actual city and stuff. Because where my parents live is a small ass town. We have a Subway, and that's about it.
Just saw some people hanging posters up. Got your face plastered all over them. Now that's publicity.
Will you give me evil karma if I do this? No. This game really made it so you couldn't just farm your karma level. Maybe they made it so if you're at like a certain karma level, just killing civilians doesn't do anything for you. Which I guess makes sense. But, I mean, the new game, the second game, that's not how it goes. Also, I guess the scale for like power scaling and stuff, they didn't want you to be too strong. It's like, because you could easily, if you could just kill civilians, you could just run around at the end of the first level, going around killing civilians. But yeah, I don't know. Everyone does stuff differently, and I just don't understand.
See that old train?
I just don't understand. Is really what it is.
Locked up in it. Collateral to keep the people of the Neon in line. More importantly, there's a chance John is locked in there.
Me to bust them out.
No. You're in the heart of Reaper territory, and they'll kill anyone trying to escape. You need to move the train to a safe location.
How am I supposed to do that? Push.
You're a living third rail. Stay in contact with the lead guard, and it should move.
There we go. Like, I don't know. There's just certain things that, like, my family does that her family doesn't, and certain things my family doesn't do and her family does, you know? Like, it's very,
Just stay calm in
it's very strange, is all I'm saying.
there. The train's stopping.
Reapers must have disengaged the low-voltage feeder box that's mounted under the tracks. Charge it until it's green across the board. That should get you moving again.
I'll go look for it.
Yeah, that didn't work. Oh! There we go. Yeah, it's on both ends. Don't know why. It just does that. I don't know. It might. Ooh, hello. You should play Doom Eternal sometime. It's sick. I might. I'm gonna try to beat these two games in the next 2 weeks. Go. Okay. I'm not gonna beat Second Son. I don't think. Well, I mean, that would take like maybe 2 streams to beat anyway. But my work schedule's a little wonky.
You don't have much time.
I can do whatever I want, Moya. No freaking time limit on this stupid mission.
There's another one.
Alright. Like, okay, is it normal? I don't know. Is it normal for a family to, like, all stay within the same state? I guess if you're from out of the United States. Is it normal for a family to, like, stay within, like, a close proximity, like, within, like, an hour of each other? Even when they all grow up and stuff? Because it wasn't, like, that's... I don't know. When I grew up, that's not how my parents' family was. It's not how my family is. Like, we have siblings that live in an entirely different state. That's, you know, hours, like 6 or 7 hours away. You know? I think it's nice to be able to visit family and stuff. I just think it's... I guess this is like everyone has to go through this, where like when you either first get married or first move out, like your parents still see you as like a kid or whatever, and it's just frustrating, I guess. Alrighty, I'm already stopped. That's crazy. Okay. They're all below me. One thing I will criticize this game for is, yeah, that's why I don't touch the ground in this mission. Absolute hell. You're rather screaming. till it blows up. Okay, it's on the other side, I guess. The one thing I will criticize about this game is when you're good, like, people are just super nice to you. Which I feel like
You're almost
it would be
I let everyone know that you're bringing in the train.
it would be better if it was
Waiting at the
flipped.
station. Don't let them down.
If everyone was just a dick to you because you're good, because they know you're just like chicken shit or whatever, and they do whatever they want. Versus, I don't know. Obviously, the message is like if you're good, good things will happen to you. But it's not necessarily like true in any kind of way. Like anybody that's ever done anything in their life will know that like well, no, not necessarily like just because you do good things doesn't necessarily mean that good things happen to you. In fact, some people even agree that it's the opposite. When you do good things, bad things happen to you. You know, and that's kind of what makes it. That's kind of what makes it like makes you a good person is that you'll know something bad's going to happen to you, but you do it anyway because it's the right thing to do. You know what I mean? And I guess the last choice in the second game is like that, but it really isn't though. I don't know. I just think it would have been better if like the hate was universal no matter what karma you were on, you know.
You're almost to the station.
Got his ass. Got his ass.
The crowd was surprised to see the terrorists roll up and free their loved ones, but that wasn't enough for them. I risked my life to save their families, and they want to stone me in return. Ungrateful bastards. Decided to fry one of them, send a signal that I wasn't to be crossed. It's a lesson they won't soon forget. I looked around for John, but he wasn't there. Guess the search goes on.
Yep. So that cutscene goes completely differently if you're a good person. Some things are just like if it reads your karma level and will adjust accordingly. Other things, it does not do that. Like it's based on the decision you make. So like I can get a lot of the good results out of this game by being evil. Which again, I would say is like an actual realistic thing where like you're not evil because I don't think in my headcanon evil Cole McGrath like goes around killing a bunch of people. Like I do that out of a freaking gameplay perspective because I want to level up. And in fact, I'm not even going to do that anymore because it doesn't level me up. You know, I would just imagine that like evil Cole McGrath is just way more brutal and way more self-centered. So like there's a decision coming up. I don't know if it's in this next mission or if it's in the one after. But basically, it's one of the best. Like I love the decisions in this game. The second game kind of goes away from making decisions in every single level, or really emphasizing your good or evil karma at all. Instead, they supplement it with there are two types of levels, like two types of missions, and one's the evil mission and one's the good mission. But they definitely go away from, oh my gosh. Yeah, this one right here.
This is like the fountain all over again. Why aren't you stopping this?
I blew up a whole tank.
Oh my gosh,
stuff
Trish.
in the park. Figured that would do it.
Well, it's coming from somewhere. These people aren't getting sick on their own, Cole.
I'll find out what's going on.
I actually hate Trish. I've always not liked her.
Black tar again. There's sick people.
She's such an asshole.
The only remaining source of water in that area is from the water towers on the rooftops.
All right.
Like, there's a difference between like asking for help and expecting it, you know? Like, I understand I'm a superhuman with superhuman powers, but there's a huge difference between being like, you gotta do something about this, and why haven't you done anything about this? Goodbye.
Reapers are all over the place up here. There's a weird metal keg attached to
Oh, it's all
the water
good.
tower.
Don't worry about it.
Tar is dripping out of it.
That must be how they're pulling the water. Destroy it.
So,
I think I just made things worse. Tried to overcharge the pump.
A lot of extra tar just got released into the system, and that is bad news. Next time, blow up the keg. You'll take a bath in that crap, but it'll save lives.
okay, so this is a very interesting decision. And I really miss... I'm really upset that they don't do this more in the future games. And that's one thing I think that they've kind of lost the charm of. And maybe some people don't like it. I don't know. I love it. So these guys come up as zombies and try to kill me, so I'm just gonna preemptively just do this. Alright. Also, they give me evil karma, which they're kind of the only civilians that do. Okay. Yeah, I said that was going to happen. That's why I didn't hit it directly. So now I have a decision. And this is the epitome of, like, good versus evil, in my opinion.
Overcharging this pump will keep me high and dry. But it also means that everyone in this water main will get sick. Whose health means more? Mine or theirs?
Because, okay, I will make the argument here on both sides. Because obviously, like, yeah, you can walk it off way easier than these civilians can. It really doesn't do that much damage. But there's also the fact of, like, I just love the decision.
Damn it. There's going to be a lot of sick people if you keep dropping that crap into the water.
Yep. So basically, it's a decision of, you know, and it's not a decision of like, oh, I'm just inconvenienced by it. It's legitimately like, could I do more good if I'm healthy versus this, like, is this just like the good I should do? Forget that this game isn't like the second game. Okay. It's just a really interesting decision, because I could see people arguing both sides. It's like, well, you know, obviously game-wise, they're not going to make Cole.
Easier for the people in those buildings, Cole.
Like, obviously, Cole needs to be healthy so he can save more people down the line. Because even though he might screw over these people in the building, there might be 100 other people that he needs to go help later that he's just not going to be able to if he's sick. Now, obviously, gameplay-wise, it doesn't do much. But in a real-life decision, there's already shit in this water system. Like, they already need to replace all the water in these tanks. Like, for sure, right? And even if it wasn't, you know, even if it wasn't, like, tar stuff, there would be shit in there. Like, a bunch of shit. if there's even any water left in there. It's been, I mean, I guess it's only been a few days, but you know.
What the hell is going on up there? There are more sick people than ever. You're making things worse.
Sorry. It's the only way I can get this stuff off the water towers.
Yeah, right. We'd have been better off without your help.
Yeah, Trish is an asshole. Because, like, obviously the people in these buildings are already screwed. If it's pumping that shit in there, you know, like, they're already screwed. It takes one bad thing to taint an entire water tank. So, yeah, put pumping more in there, yeah. I mean, it's like basically, would you rather drink one drop of mercury or an entire cup of mercury, basically? So, yeah, it makes sense.
Dumping all kinds of tar into the system.
It's like how they both get mad. Bye. These guys will attack me. They're like zombies. I'm wondering if they planned on having like actual zombies later on. But I'm not sure. Like, it's an interesting idea because that guy just killed freaking Reapers. I should just let him do what he needs to do. I just got knocked off the edge. This gives me a lot of evil karma if I kill these guys, so I'm gonna keep doing it. But it's an interesting dilemma. Because, like, yeah, you might be screwing over, you know, 100 people right now. But who's to say that this sickness would pull out for a few days and then 1,000 people die? You know? So it's the epitome of, like, the greater good. Which one is the greater good? And yeah, of course, in the game, like, it's literally a minor inconvenience at most for Cole. But in real life, if you had superhuman powers, I mean, you can still get sick. And who's to say that this stuff won't mind control Cole? And then, like, you know, because it already does mind control Cole, for the most part. Bye. Yeah. But yeah. I love these kind of decisions because it's like, it's not really right or wrong. I mean, the game's going to present it that way. Of course, because there's only two options. But I just love the dilemma. So yeah, this makes me kind of an asshole. But I could justify it. You know? Not that I would do that in real life, but...
She's gonna be pretty pissed about
You see
this.
T-pose there for a second? That was kind of funny.
Just a concerned citizen.
Hello.
Now hold still.
How's it going?
He leaped toward me, his icy fingers digging into my head. For a moment there was nothing, and then he started to show me things. Horrible things. Beyond description. And in that split second, I understood. He was showing me the future. Death and destruction on an unimaginable scale. was responsible for all of it. That he had opened Pandora's box, and it wasn't ever gonna close, and that damn ray spear was somehow involved. And then he was gone.
Oh yeah.
Get on back here, brother. Got some beverages chilling for you.
I'm on my way.
So I saw. Oh yeah, there's one. So I saw a blast shard before that cutscene started. I want to go get it. It's like, yeah, even in the game, like, you go hang out with Zeke and you clean all the stuff off your face. You know? So it, of course, they're going to undermine the decision a little bit, because, like, they can't have Cole be just out of commission in his own video game, you know? I'm not going to get all the rest of those, I'm just getting that one. I might need to pause and go use the bathroom, which will actually shut this game off, because I will be inactive for so long, even if I have the game on. So yeah, so I'm gonna save real fast and go use the bathroom. That's not the save, boy. Rescue. Alright, I'll be right back. on your freaking bed. Okay. So, remember when we talked about Among Us? Why Among Us everywhere? Man, he's really taking this time. Sorry. I didn't shut down. That's nice. Okay. I guess if you have the game open, it doesn't do the inactive stuff. Yeah, I remember when we talked about Among Us yesterday and how people still play it. And how I miss just old classic Among Us games. But I used to have a friend group that we would play. We would basically play Werewolf, Secret Hitler, and like Mafia. We would play those games all the time. And you know what? You want to know what started happening? What started happening was everyone would know who to kill immediately. Because in those games you like vote people off the island or whatever, you know. And so basically what would happen is people would know if I would it was just safer to vote me out and another guy that I used to play with. It was safer to vote both of us out than to keep us in, even if we were on the good side. And generally speaking, it was true. It was because I was very good at convincing everybody to vote out certain people, whether I was good or bad. I always played as if I was bad, even if I was good. I always played as if I was bad, so you could never tell. Like, you couldn't tell the difference. And I'm not going back up there. So Among Us is cooler looking, yeah. So what started happening was that we got in these rhythms of like, this is what you do if you're on this side, and this is what you do if you're on that side. Like, you always go after these specific people. And what happened was that every game started becoming the same game. Because you just figure out, if you play with the same people over and over again, you just start figuring out who you can listen to and who you can't listen to. And what to look for and what not to look for. So every game starts being the same game, even if you're good or bad. What mixes that up a little bit is adding in those roles, like werewolf and stuff. When it came to Secret Hitler, there was no roles to add in, you know? I don't know if you ever played that game. The game's pretty fun. There's no roles to add in. So you're either, you know, a good guy or a bad guy, or you're Hitler. And it just doesn't work out. Like, most games are just boring. Because most likely you're a good guy, and then all you have to do is... You don't even have to figure out who the bad guy is, really. You just have to avoid bad guys.
Highly decorated, the kind of person they send out when the Shiola hits the fan and sprays all over everyone. About 6 months ago, she gets moved over to some new division called Defender, and her trail goes completely cold. Now, one of my boys thinks she's working with DARPA.
You have boys?
Like, I'm being serious here, man. You gotta pay attention. Now, DARPA is the motherlode of Black Ops crap. It's this secret Pentagon group that doesn't answer to anybody. If she's in with those clowns, you better watch out, son.
Yeah. And Santa Claus shot JFK. They wear those drinks.
Did you know that Among Us added hide and seek mode? I did not know that.
The location of the final substation in the Neon has been uploaded to your GPS. Head over there as soon as you can.
So what I'm trying to say is, it makes complete sense why they wanted to stop playing normal Among Us.
Hey, brother, you know what scares the hell out of me? The thought of the government getting their hands on that race fuel.
Didn't we already have this conversation?
I know, you got caught pissing in the wind. But think about this for a second. Now, if that thing dishes out superpowers, was to stop old Uncle Sam from juicing up the entire military or the cops. We'd have no defense against that.
Didn't know we needed any.
Well, shit, man, open your eyes. Take a look around. You see any Red Cross? Any National Guard? I sure as hell don't. They lied about the whole thing on the bridge. They'll do whatever it takes to stay in power. But you need to wake up, buddy, before it's too late.
I think Zeke is kind of right, but like the what I'm trying to say is YouTubers like stop playing Among Us, or they start adding in a bunch of like random roles. It's because the game becomes the same. Like for instance, the Vanoss crew playing Among Us. I mean, Vanoss didn't play it a whole lot, but all of his friends did. They immediately start voting out Nogla. And this is just because they're dynamic, they would vote out Nogla. But Nogla is one of the best players. For whatever reason, he can just figure out who's guilty. Or he's very convincing as an imposter. So it's just better to like vote him out on both sides. You know? So it's like... So that's beneficial for everybody. And not only that, but he's also usually a third imposter, which is a term for a person that's not actually an imposter, but basically lies to everybody or acts in a way to mislead everybody, either on purpose or not on purpose, intentional or not intentional, you know. But so it's advantageous for everybody in that game to vote him out. And that's what would happen with me. I wasn't like on purpose trying to be a third imposter. Even on the games that I was like actually trying to win as a good guy, those are the games that usually got voted out first. And it was always like, it just got so boring because basically I was just watching my friends play Werewolf or Secret Hitler or whatever. At least in Secret Hitler, like there's a time limit before people get voted out. You know. In Werewolf, I don't know. Do you know 2B22T, an old Minecraft server with no rules? I do not know that. I'm not really into the Minecraft scene, to be honest. I mostly just play it on my own.
John is.
There's no way of knowing. But even if she doesn't, you have to take her out. It's the only way we'll be able to get a handle on the plague. I'll let you know when we've worked out the location.
I think this is where I get hover, or it's probably precision shot, actually. Hover, I'm pretty sure, is the first thing you get when you get to the second island. With the trash guys. Yeah. The game is very finicky with these things. It does not work well. There's going to be some platforming in the future where I have to use those, and it just sucks. But that's the problem with, like... And it's also why, when you watch YouTubers that played it for a long time, they have very different, diverse groups that they played it with. Like Among Us is what I'm talking about. Because it would be absolutely ridiculous to play that game with the same person, the same people, over and over and over again. And that's probably why it lasted so long, because they had a bigger group, but after a while you just kind of figure out how everyone plays the game.
Don't take this the wrong way, Cole, but man, people are starting to say you're nothing more than a crazy psychopath. Running around fighting everyone that gets in your way. That dark and crazy look on your face. Me? No way. If that's what it takes for us to get out of here, I say go nuts. I'll see you later.
But yeah. That was easy. I will never use this, by the way. I want you all to know that. I do not. I'm going to be streaming later today, maybe, but it's going to be a split gate. Okay, it's going to be split gate. I would say I'd watch it. I would like to watch it. I might. I'm probably going to, but the problem is you won't know because my phone doesn't allow me to comment anymore. Basically, my phone like crashes every time I try to comment anything on YouTube videos, and that includes like streams. I just tried to do it when I went to the bathroom to announce that I'm, taking a bathroom break. Just for anybody that like passes like comes across the stream, and my phone just doesn't let me do comments anymore. My phone is pretty old. It's like, it came out in 2018 or something, so it's like 5 years old now. So it's towards the end of its lifespan. I should be buying a new one relatively soon once my wife gets her job. I might be looking into getting a new one, and after I buy all the video games that are coming out this freaking year. It doesn't need like replaced immediately, so it's not a huge deal. My wife's phone probably needs replaced more than mine does. She has like the top right of her screen is just completely black, and it's because she does the girl thing where like you get a case because it's cute, not because it functions. So like obviously she has the super thin plastic case that looks good but doesn't actually do anything. So this sucks. This I hate this. Because sometimes it just like the hitbox on grabbing these things is just terrible. And I think it's because it's supposed to be, yep, see, like that. I just jumped right through it. See if I can do it again. There we go. Okay, yeah, just everything about this sucks. I will say I actually like how the lightning looks in this game more than how it looks in the next game. So Evil in the next game has like an orange lightning. And it's just kind of dumb. Plus, they don't get nearly as good powers when you're evil than when you're good. When you're good, you get a freaking machine gun that is the best thing ever. I have complaints about the second game, and I'll usually say them with that game. This game, most of my complaints about this game is just that it's old. Like, that's really it. The story of this game is just better than the story of the second game, but only marginally, just because, like, the twist at the end, I say, is just, like, really cool. The decisions obviously matter a lot more in the second game than they do in this game, which is kind of funny. But...
Cole? You there? Trish? A plane just dropped a crate of medical supplies, and someone needs to
yeah, this freaking mission sucks.
And you want me to do it?
Or used to. This used to be my least favorite mission because I'd get stuck on it every time I played the game.
all of us.
But now that I'm better at the game, I'm playing on like easy mode. I actually do want to check the trophies that I have for this game real fast. Pause. I go to trophies. This. Go to Game Hub real fast. Okay. that's not gonna do it. Go home maybe. This one bring me right to the trophies, right? How do I go to my trophies? I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna try to platinum this game. I've platinumed all the other Infamous games, but what?
Mugger is robbing people.
Like, I kind of like that there's just random encounters like that. That's kind of cool. That doesn't happen in any other games either. Do I get any red for this? No. Alright, so if I had to say which one I like playing more, I'd probably say I like playing Good more. I do like just like the casualness of playing Evil.
It's the terrorists shoot electricity out of his hands. First he blows up the city, and now he can electrocute anyone that gets in his way? And no, this is not a hoax. This guy is the real deal. If you see him, steer clear.
Maybe there's a side quest where I actually go kill that guy, but I'm not sure. So I hate this mission. I hate a lot of the missions like this, and I'm glad that the next game doesn't really have them. I remember the last time I played this mission, my last playthrough, I actually had some trouble with it. I think I died at some point, and then I died at some point, and it shit. If any of these guys get over here, they just blow it up and it's done. First one of these guys we encounter. And he's dead. I also noticed that, like, being evil in this game makes you more powerful, while being evil in the next game, it's just a different path of stuff. Like, I do way more damage, my lightning spreads way more in this game. I think it spreads a little bit more in the next game, but it still doesn't, like, make up for it. Like, I can upgrade my grenades in this game so that, like, 4 come out whenever I throw them. In fact, I'm gonna look up how much I can upgrade right now. I have a lot of upgrades. That'd be like half of all my upgrades though. Yeah, let's upgrade the grenade. Twice. And then we're just gonna stay here. We're gonna save up our points until I can get the just normal shooting.
Yeah, bring it on.
Hey man, you got a sec? Thinking an idea around and I want to talk to you about it.
Kinda got my hands full right now. Reapers are all over me.
Those idiots aren't going anywhere. Besides, this is important. You know how you use that blast move to throw a guy into the air and then shoot him while he's floating around? We need to name those kinds of moves, man.
now's not really the time.
I'm thinking we call it the Crippler. You know, because no one's coming back from that one. We can plaster it all over some t-shirts, make some serious cashola. Think about it, man. You're the muscle, I'm the brains.
In this game, that's completely true. Zeke is actually one of my favorite freaking characters of all time, which is another reason I hate playing the second game on. Do you know about SCP is? What SCP is? I think so. Is that the thing where like a bunch of people on the internet make up horror villains or whatever, or horror monsters? The game is lagging like nuts. Here we go. There we go. Another truck coming in? I don't think so. Oh, there is. What the hell's... Whatever. Got his ass. That was easy. No, that's not what it
That
is.
stuff.
We got it. And Cole, thanks for your help.
This mean we're talking again?
We'll see.
SCP, isn't it?
I pinned down Sasha's location. She's operating out of the Jefferson Tunnel. Head to the location.
There we
marked
go.
on your GPS, and I'll
We're
fill you in
advancing
when
the
you
story
get there.
now. After this quest, this mission. Let's see. I don't know if I'm gonna keep playing or not. I'm gonna keep streaming. We're probably gonna play like some Elden Ring or something. I don't know. But I don't know what we're gonna do.
All right, Moya. I'm across from the Jefferson Tunnel.
Since the entrance is blocked, you're going to have to figure out a way to get down there. Your best bet is to head into the compound across the street and look for a way to open the gate.
Rock and roll.
Weirdo. Actually, I think, like, out of all the places I've died the most in this game, this is probably one of them. 'Cause it's kind of ridiculous. Yeah, see, they do that. Oh, I remember that. They respond to you freaking trying to blast them. And then you run out of electricity, and the only freaking electricity is this thing. And there's this asshole. See? What the hell is that? I was looking at the inside of the barrel right there. There we go. And there's a machine gun right here, and there's a machine gun over there, too. Oh, dumbass. Stupid bitch. Okay, do I have enough for... Yes, I do. And I need that for the boss fight, so... And just for the game in general, because it's the most used freaking ability. One of my things that I complain about in the second game is that your basic, oh sorry, something else. Just look up what is an SCP. I'm gonna go eat. Bye. Okay, bye, Biden. Thanks for watching, man. I'll probably be here when you get back though, so. Alright, there's a few things that I like in the second game I don't like as much.
Sweet, delicious cool.
Oh, shut the hell up.
Home at last. I've been waiting for you. Longing for you.
Just shut up.
I can look up SCP, I guess. The funny thing is, I do so much damage that like I don't leave people alive to do the like brain sucking thing, you know.
We're going to have such fun.
Yeah, this is the thing where it's like a bunch of like it's like a secret organization that has like a bunch of like entities in it. The SCP. I'm also kind of surprised that my streams are now getting an average of like 5 views every stream. Like live views, which is dope as hell. So thank you guys for watching my stream. Hopefully I just continue to grow. This year I've grown probably the fastest out of any year I've done YouTube. Because I have been doing this for quite some time now. I'm not shooting through this fence, no. I mean, I didn't think I could, but, you know, always gotta try. Thank you. I think me and my, one of my friends used to make up SCPs just for fun. Like the entities. He made up like one where it was a newspaper that only told catastrophes, and they would only happen when somebody read them, or something like that. It's kind of cool. I wonder if this chain link fence will stop bullets. It doesn't stop bullets. Man, Home Depot freaking lied to me. Hello, friend. So you don't actually have to do precision shot, you can just hit him. If you aim well, I guess. I wonder if there's a way you can beat this game with only melee. I know you could definitely do that with the second Son game because it's kind of built around that, sort of. Actually, I rarely ever use melee in that game, but you could definitely do it. Wow, that freaking took a sharp left turn. I defeated him mid. Like, what the hell? Hello. I need electricity. I need Wakanda. So thank you. They should really remake this game. I would play the shit out of a remake.
Moya, I think I found where they're making the Reapers. Bunch of people down here, locked in cages. Machines spraying the black tar all over them.
Out of here, and then deal with Sasha.
My pleasure.
So I never knew when I was going up that this was like a decision. I always just ran past, and it would say I did like something evil.
Think I don't see her? The way you're parading her around like a covered Jezebel?
told you not to take the bridge. It's always backed up at night. Get dressed. We have dinner plans tonight. Of course I told you, silly man.
You gotta be kidding me.
Hell.
Stop trying to confuse me.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's A. Or X, I mean.
Keep talking.
This game doesn't have the most, like, you know, grueling boss fights. But at least it has boss fights, you know? The second game has boss fights, but those bosses, like, just become regular enemies afterwards. So it's really just, like, introduction to the new enemy.
You wanted to.
Do you have playlists for your videos? I do. Not any of the recent ones. I haven't really done that for the recent ones. I'll go in and do them every so often, but generally, if you look at any of my playlists, they're for all my old games. So, yeah.
Now that she's down, it's time to get up close and...
Yes, yes, I love it.
Got your ass. Getting your ass, girl. The thing is, I haven't really had the fan base or really the focus of my channel to, like, dedicate time into, like, organizing stuff.
Remember the weekend in May? We stayed in bed the entire time, and oh, how you whispered to me. The promises you made.
Shut the hell up.
But now that, like, I'm starting to get, like, more, you know, dedicated viewers that show up more often, I probably will start doing playlists and whatnot.
Skin like a robe.
Damn it.
Got your ass, got your ass.
Crazy bitch.
Now she's gonna start doing, like, this really annoying thing where she, like, creates these bombs or whatever. Or she's just gonna do that again. It worked so well the first time.
No, do you? Of course not. But you'll find out soon enough. And oh, how you'll weep.
Yeah, so these right here, they shoot me if I don't shoot them. Got your ass.
Just die.
So there are evil side quests that I can do with her, and I'm not gonna do them. They're really annoying.
Control it, Cole. Look at me. Look at what it's done. It controls you.
Sasha was a piece of shit before the blast. But looking at her now, is this what my powers are gonna do to me? A warped body and twisted mind? Is that my future? Either way, she knows all about the First Sons and their ray sphere. If I'm gonna dig myself out of this
Yo,
hole,
why
it
you
starts
saying
with
got
her
your
talking
ass?
right now.
I don't know, that's just what I say whenever I'm kicking somebody's ass.
They came fast. Smoke everywhere. Sasha got pulled out. Whoever they were pros, trained for this kind of thing. There was no time to think. Water was pouring in, the place was falling apart. With no way back, I went forward. Into the slums of the Warren.
Alright, we are now in the Warren, which is the second act of the game. It's actually also probably my favorite.
What happened down there? Is Sasha dead?
I wish. Beat the living hell out of her. But some guys in masks came and grabbed her. Brought the whole tunnel down.
It was probably
be swell. Listen, the power is out in this whole barrel, and I barely have the energy to walk. I'm going to get the nearest substation back online.
We're gonna do this last mission, and then I'm probably gonna switch games. I wish I could change the name of my stream, but
Hey, brother, where the hell you been?
It's a long story. Wanted to let you know I'm over in the Warren.
I might switch back to this.
Damn, man.
It all
that
depends on
place
how
was
I'm feeling.
Nightmare Central before the blast. Hate to see what it's like now.
Hasn't gotten any better, that's for sure. I'll give you a call when I figure out how I'm gonna get back home.
Keep your nose to the wind, man.
This is one of the best abilities in the game, and definitely should have been given to me a while ago.
Found some intel on the Warren. A couple of days after the blast, the homeless people living there banded together and seized control of the entire borough. They call themselves the Dustmen.
Guess that explains why they're all wearing trash bags.
I suspect that they're led by an extremely powerful conduit, so it'd be a big mistake to underestimate them.
I get it.
And this game doesn't explain what a conduit is. In fact, none of the games explain what a conduit is, or what a prime conduit is, or whatever. Yeah, so now I can hover. And the second game is smart enough to just give you this ability off the get-go. It's just, yeah.
Oh, hell yes.
Like, I literally, you won't see me jump in this game without using it pretty much for the rest of the game. So, used to this, and then even when you get to the second game, I'm going to be doing it the whole time. I will say being evil is pretty fun in these games. Especially in this game, it is kind of fun. I like the decisions obviously suck because they're all just like mustache twirling like evilness instead of it being like that's pretty reasonable way to be evil, you know. It's like, oh yeah, I'm not actively just being a freaking terrorist. I'm just you know, I'm just an asshole, you know. No, it's just instead it's literally just I'm a super villain. But you know, maybe some people are into that. I don't really care for it a whole lot, especially when it gets to the second game.
In style.
When it gets to the second game, I start feeling real bad. This game, I don't really give a shit. It's not a big deal. Also, I will say, while I do like this game a lot, I think the last act of the game sucks ass. It sucks so hard. There's missions that are absolutely ass in the last island of this game. I'm not gonna say act because it's really short. It's like you get to that island and I'm pretty sure you have 5 missions, maybe 5 missions before the end of the game. And it's just not fun. Like the enemies are dumb because they're supposed to be like super trained enemies or whatever, and they all have powers and whatnot. You now have to keep track of like invisible enemies. It is not great. Okay, I did this wrong somehow. I don't know how I was supposed to do that, but whatever. Doesn't matter. I got over here. Yeah. This game starts really strong, in my opinion. Like, I love the idea of the Reapers. I love the whole concept of just being locked in a city. And I feel like it could have went a little bit more. Obviously, at the time, this is just how video games were, right? But it could have definitely done really well if it was more of a cinematic experience. which obviously I don't hold against him or anything. The third game in the entry of the Infamous series is way more cinematic and is my least favorite game. I love Troy Baker. Okay. I love Troy Baker, but that game, it's just bad. Yeah. It was obviously, either rushed or only made to be a launch game for the PS4. And launch games all have that,
You remember Dwight. Just ran into his sister and she thinks he's in some kind of trouble. Wants to know if you'll look for him.
Dwight. Didn't that guy steal your car and strip it down for parts?
Yeah, he was a real tool. But, I've dug his sister for a real long time now, and, you've been doing me a real solid with this one.
And you think if I find Dwight, she'll reward you?
Well, hell, it's not like I can do anything from here. She says Dwight was hanging around the Chummy Chicken the last time they talked, and guess he was working over there. That might be a good place for you to start.
Anyway, so, yeah, I think, if this game was made today, it would be dope.
Cole, are you there?
Hi, Trish.
It's getting bad over here. People are dying and there's nothing I can do. I need to get a bus over to Bayview and see if it still has any supplies.
I came through the tunnel and it's trashed. Same with the Stone Canal drawbridge.
You remember Roger Miller from Amy's graduation? He's a city engineer that used to work with my dad, and if anyone can fix the bridge, it's him. He lives by Valentine Park.
I'll try and find him.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it's gonna have a third mission show up, but it might not. Fixing the bridge is actually pretty fun. I like it a lot. It sucks to be evil when you're trying to fix the bridge, because if the guy gets shot at all, you have to heal them, and that gives you good karma. There's a few things like that in all the games, where it's like a certain mission is just worse if you're a different karma. We're not going to do those right now, though. I'm probably going to... I don't really care about melee. Okay. Just ignore all those. I'm going to save, and we're going to go play a different game. I might come back to this. I might not. Who knows? But yeah. A lot of these games have things that I hate, like absolutely hate. And then things that I really like. So we could play Elden Ring. I could play Spider-Man, I guess. I kind of want to play Alan Wake. I've never played Alan Wake before, but I feel like it should be its own named stream. I could just stop and then change the name and start it up, but that'd be lame. Could do Death's Door. Batman's. Trying to see if there's any game that I want to play besides just Elden Ring. Big fat no. Alright, we're just gonna go play some Elden Ring for a bit. My wife just started her first ever playthrough of this game. I did, when we first started dating, I did have her make a character and then I played, because she wasn't really into video games at that point. But now, there we go. Now she is into video games, so I'll have to figure that out. So I love the Twin Blades. I really do. My first playthrough was with these Twin Blades. I'm starting a new playthrough, obviously. I'm pretty close to the beginning of the game. And by close, I mean I'm at the beginning of the game. But thing is, I'm not really feeling the twin blades. I mean, I am and I'm not, you know? I don't know. I'll keep them for now, I guess. I do hate doing like the same playthrough as before, but I also haven't done this in a while. And the way I'm going to do it is going to be completely different than it used to be, so I guess I'm okay with it. I need to go here. And I need to buy a keystone. So let's buy one of those. It's not a keystone, but it's basically what it's called. Right. I don't know. Just gonna be just chilling out, playing some Elden Ring, hoping that the freaking DLC comes out sometime this year. Probably won't. But, I mean, usually when they announce stuff, it's like in its final stages. So, I don't know. It's not up here, but let's just go kill this boss and then I'll go do it. So we might as well. Really? Freaking bastard. So they dully buffed two-handing the twin blades, which is how I played the game originally, and how I kind of prefer to play this game. I like strength builds are cool and whatnot. Blood build-up is lame in my opinion. I think it's like kind of a lame way to play. But I am combining blood build-up with my favorite way to play, which is dex builds. Like being fast and hitting a bunch, but not necessarily doing a lot of damage, is really how I like to play. It's so, like, even if I'm overpowered, I still have to learn the moves of my enemies, because I'm not going to be dealing, like, I'm not a DPS person. I never really was a DPS person until, you know, different playthroughs of this game. I've always disliked Souls whenever I am a DPS person, because it trivializes some bosses that I would love to learn. And of course, some bosses like this are just trivial anyway. Uh-oh. Let's get out of that. There we goes. I got an arrow on my freaking elbow. Gosh damn. Okay, so the turtles, I'm pretty sure are up here. That's where I want to go. Where the turtles are. Where the wild turtles grow. So basically, I am combining the blood buildup because there is a twin blade in this game that's kind of the best twin blade in the game. It doesn't do good scaling, great scaling, good scaling, whatever. But it makes up for it with bleed. And that will make it so I can make a character that just has a bunch of health and a bunch of stamina. And maybe some mind in there, I don't know. And of course I think I have to upgrade Arcane to use it, but, you know, that's just how things go. Alright, D's not right here. I already went to the round table, so pretty sure D's not even going to be here. I kind of do want to do all the side quests. So while at work, I listened to a 12-hour video of someone explaining Elden lore. And it was pretty dope. Yeah, it was pretty dope. And the thing is that I thought it would take, like, you know, weeks for me to listen to it, because I always have to pause it, and most of the time I'm working, I don't even have it on, because, you know, I have to be listening for customers and whatnot, you know. But apparently not. In 3 days of about 8-hour shifts, they were more like 7.5 hours, I was able to finish. Oh yeah, there's a boss here. I totally forgot about this guy. Yeah, my last playthrough I just completely missed this chick, and I don't know how. I like fighting this guy. I like a lot of the bosses in this game, even the reused ones. I think they're pretty dope. Probably should have. Probably should have put something in my the Flask of Wonders with Physique so it doesn't just do nothing. Like, this is just fun. Like, usually I get a build where I just end this guy, or I get to a point where I can just end this guy. But this is fun. I love Dex builds, dude. They're just so good. And yeah, they can do crazy damage as well. There's a few weapons in this game, like the Wolf Fang sword, or whatever the frick it's called. I don't remember what it's called. The one where you get from the Wolfhound. You can get it pretty much at the beginning of the game, and it's like the best sword in the game. It's a dex-based greatsword. And yeah, it does crazy damage, and it's also bleed and stuff. But I just like basic dex stuff. And bleed can be a positive as well. And in fact, it's kind of like my whole build's gonna be bleed, kind of. I'm gonna die, aren't I? I'm like laying backwards. Like usually, oh my gosh, what? The hell was that? I haven't upgraded my Acid Slash nearly enough. The fact that it doesn't even heal this little bar that I have. You gotta be shitting me, Brusky. Got his ass. Really? Got his ass. Alright. Boom, bitch. Easy mode. I just do like Twin Blades. Like, oh, hello, Pobiden. I'm playing Elden Ring now. But if you watch like my, I guess no one really has watched my Dark Souls 2 playthrough except for Dees maybe. But basically, I I used Twin Blades that whole playthrough. And I just realized, like, I love Twin Blades. It is such a cool concept. I mean, obviously it wouldn't really work. It's not practical or anything. You could use Twin Blades. It's just not practical how you would pack them around and whatnot. But that doesn't make it not cool. And I find these games so much fun, like so much funner when I'm using Twin Blades. I don't know why. I just do. Call me an idiot, sure. But it's just how I feel. I finished eating. Nice. I have no idea what I'm doing on Elden Ring. I'm just kind of doing it to wind down. It's just the end of the stream. Don't know where I'm going after this. Okay, let's go fight this dragon. Again, should have done something to my Flask of Wondrous Physique, so at least it would heal me if I used it, but that's lame. Why would I do that? I'm not a lame-o, bro. I ain't some freaking bitch. I am an Elden Ring master. Not really, but... Miss Bitch. Ah, got around the face. Whenever they start to fly, I just kind of want to run away. Because if they start shooting fire down on me, I'm screwed. Is he not going to help me fight this dragon? I swear he does. I think I've only ever been hit by that attack like a handful of times, seriously. Like I think I could count it on one hand. Let's see this attack. He's gonna blow fire at me, and I'm not gonna be fast enough to go straight at him. Go around, I lose time, and I have to hit his wing. He's a little baby. Kick his ass. I really can't wait for the freaking DLC. And the fact that they're taking this long on it is a really good sign. Usually it'd be a bad sign with any other company. But FromSoft, it's a really good sign if they're taking this much time on it. Run, bitch. Attack is very hard to freaking miss. Was I on the dragon? I was on the damn dragon, dude. Excuse me? Broski. Explain to me how that is. There he is. Or not. Okay, well, guess we're going this way. Trying to think of what I'm going to eat while I watch like Anchorman or something. That's probably what I'm going to watch after this. got his ass. Alright, I mean, I can go down here, I guess. I don't really need to. This is what I get. Like, I'll get excited about like a certain character build or whatnot, but I mean, I've played this game so much. Like, I could literally show you how much I played this game. 222 hours. 222. I'm not really one for, getting a platinum in FromSoft games because I don't really care. But, well, actually, while we're here, let's see if Red Dead 1 is on here, because then I could just have half my stream be Infamous and half my stream be freaking Red Dead 1. The zombie mode, not the normal mode. Because I downloaded it. Like, it had me downloaded it at some point. Let's see what happens. And the thing about Elden Ring as well, there's not really like, here we go. So it had me download it, right? It literally had me download it though. This is just going to go into the story. Why the hell did I have to download it if I don't own it? I have to buy it? That's BS. It should have just been DLC. If they're going to just re-release it, just make it DLC. Make it cost like, if it's going to cost anything, make it cost like $20. No one would have complained at all if they just re-released it for $20. There's no flipping way the $50 price tag makes any sense for them to port it forward. Like, yeah, there would have been a few people being like, wow, they're just re-releasing the same game. But I guess, like, is porting it over to the Switch, it probably costs a little bit. So make the Switch one be $50. But on PlayStation, like, you already had a version of the game that was on PS3. I guess, yeah, it's not the same coding because you can't really do that with PS3 games to PS4, but still. I don't know why I'm waiting for this to load. It's just going to load into the freaking main game, yeah. I'm just trying to see if I can... Progress. Yeah. I don't care. Why did it have me download it though? I don't get that. Why would... Like, what? I don't care. Like, sometimes I really like Rockstar and like they're whatever, like they're obviously passionate about the games that they make because they put a lot of effort into them. They make them great, but that's really all I can say about it. Like, some of the stuff they do is just absolutely ridiculous. Ooh. These are the games that are just announced. Chess. Let's see if there's any that pique my interest, eh? So This looks interesting. Can I watch it? Let's watch it. I can't hear a damn thing. So it's kind of like a Dead Space like game. This looks like a Dead Space game. This looks really kind of cool. That looks cool. It literally comes out in like a few days. Obviously not going to buy it, but it looks cool. Truth is interesting. Let's look at this one. In the makers of Vegas Tales. Okay, maybe it's not that interesting. This looks interesting as well. Oh, it's like escape rooms. That's cool. What is this? This game's got a lot of style. That building looks sick. Interesting. The game looks cool. It's not really a game I would play unless it was free. Like, as in, like, you know, the PlayStation released it or something. Like PlayStation Plus. I mean, Somerville is pretty cool. I've already seen like a whole playthrough of that. Reminds me of Alien Isolation. Yeah. Bye. I'm gonna play Among Us. All right. I'll see you. I'm just going through games that like I'm gonna have to like wish list. Avatar game. Play the legend. Like graphics wise, this looks like a GameCube game. animation wise, it looks like a GameCube game. But I mean, if it's fun, then it's fun, you know. If they're going for like a fun game rather than that literally comes out next month, I think. Yeah, next month. I mean, if they're going for like a fun game that covers the entire story of Avatar, that's probably dope. It's probably a really good game. It just like it looks like ass. Like the graphics aren't bad, but the models and the animations were just kind of like, again, GameCube style. Only Up is coming out in this game. We're on this freaking thing. Deep Space. Interesting. Alright, Survivor. Builder Simulator. Sherwood Arcada? Interesting. Alright, just seeing if there's anything I want to get, man. Anything that's like a must-have. Vampire Masquerade, but it's not Masquerade 2, man. What the hell? You made like 1,500 spin-offs. Cat Quest. Actually, I've seen that one. It looks interesting. Dragon's Dogma 2. Ooh. This game right here. What is this? It looks like a FromSoft like, or a Souls like. No gameplay trailer to watch though, so whatever. Or no trailer at all to watch, really. Ghost Rider 2, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. This, I'm so excited for this, dude. So excited for this. That poor ant bastard that was stuck on that frog. There's a giant snake. Do snakes get that big? There he is. Big boss. Very excited. I got into the series for the 5th game, so I've never actually played the earlier ones, and I really want to. They look awesome. Trying to see if there's anything else. Silent Hill 2. I also want to get that. When does that come out? Release coming soon, yeah. I don't know if I'm going to get it or just watch someone play it, which, because me and my wife love watching horror games, but like, you know, watching Markiplier or Jacksepticeye play them. Just kind of what we do. So I mean, it's not a definite I'm gonna stream it in the future kind of thing, if you know what I mean. All right, yeah. So those are all coming soon. So there's not, after like October, there's not gonna be a whole lot of games that I'm going to be buying. You know. There's just not gonna be. Deals? Let's look at deals. See if there's any. Is there anything good to buy? I'm not gonna bore you guys. I'm not gonna bore anybody anymore with any more of this, but just looking through real fast. Most of these I already have or don't want. So you get games under $20. Division 2, Spyro maybe. I already own the Division 2. Why is it not? Okay. Oh, I don't own Warlords of New York, I guess. Outlast would be pretty fun to have, now that I don't have it anymore. It's crazy, man. Outlast 1 was only $20. I mean, that game's like longer than some games I've played that have come out in the last like year. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any really games I want to get. This stuff, not that I'd even buy it really, because I gotta save up for Baldur's Gate, but alright, well, it was a fun stream. It's only 12. Really? That's really interesting, actually. Anyway, I'm gonna stop streaming. Thank you all for watching. Thank you, Pro Biden and Aliate. Okay. I'll see you all later.